Well, good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and any robots polite enough to keep their dials tuned. This is Tod Wyoming, your humble voice in the desert night, broadcasting live across the western states. Now, before the station manager starts throwing staplers at my studio door again, let me say tonight's program is purely informational, educational, and possibly a little patriotic. Because earlier this evening I received a rather interesting call from someone claiming to work inside a government research facility outside the state line. They didn't give a name, only a badge number and a request. Tell people, they said. Now, normally I get calls asking me to play Bing Crosby or dedicate songs to girlfriends stationed in Anchorage. But this one came with documents. According to the files I was sent. And remember, folks, I'm just the messenger here. There are several classified defense installations currently operating beneath federal jurisdiction across the American interior. These facilities reportedly house something called deep continuity systems. Now, I'm no scientist, but from what I read, it sounds like automated programs designed to maintain command authority, even if communications between cities were to suddenly go silent. These systems include autonomous defense protocols, artificial intelligence oversight networks, and contingency plans labeled post-exchange governance. Now, I don't know about you folks, but that phrase sounds an awful lot like the government expects a pretty big exchange someday. And here's the real kicker. One memo suggested certain installations were designed to operate without human leadership for centuries if necessary. Now again, maybe that's just bureaucracy being dramatic. But if there's a giant robot brain out there planning America's future while we're all eating Salisbury steak TV dinners, well, I'd sure like to know where it's parked. Oh, look at that, the studio phone's lighting up like a Christmas tree in Vegas. I'll assume that they were very enthusiastic Wushnes, or someone from Washington who's suddenly very interested in my broadcast. Moving on to tonight's official news, approved by at least 3 mildly irritated editors. Reports continue to come in from several western cities of ration distribution protests. Food and fuel limitations implemented earlier this year have been met with growing frustration from civilians and industry workers alike. Local authorities in Denver and Salt Lake City confirmed minor clashes between police and demonstrators after shipments of government-issued protein packs ran dry ahead of schedule. Officials insist the rationing measures are temporary and necessary to support the ongoing war effort in Alaska. Still, folks standing in bread lines don't usually care much about official explanations. Meanwhile, over in Nevada, employees of Robco Industries held demonstrations outside one of the company's major robotics plants. Workers claim the company's rapid automation expansion is replacing skilled labor positions with Protectron and Mr. Handy units. One protest sign reportedly read, "Robots don't buy groceries." Robco executives released a statement assuring the public that automation is simply the future of American prosperity. Personally, I feel a little better about that future. If the robots stop staring at me like they're doing math about my skull. Overseas, well, technically north, Military officials continue to report steady progress in the liberation of Anchorage from Chinese forces. Victory is described as imminent, which I believe is the same word they used last winter and the winter before that. Still, our soldiers are out there freezing for the country tonight. So wherever you are, maybe raise a Nuka-Cola to the folks holding the line. You know, sometimes when I look out the studio window at the city lights, I think about all the wires, signals, and machines humming beneath our feet. Government computers planning for disasters, robots replacing factory workers, wars stretching further every year, and everyone still convinced tomorrow will look just like today. Maybe it will, but if those documents I read tonight are even halfway true, then somewhere out there right now, a machine is already preparing to run the world long after we're gone. Anyway, that's probably enough cheerful bedtime thoughts for one evening. This has been Tod Wyoming, reminding you, keep your dial tuned, keep your coffee hot, and if a government agent knocks on your door tonight, tell him you were listening to jazz.